did Eric not pass on the message to you?
No.
I apologize. I asked him to let the police department know that you're not on duty inside the community center during this meeting.
Who is not? Who is not?
The Hawkins Police Department. We have another police department that's...
Why are they
Did you
not-
get the approval of the council?
Hey,
Madam Mayor, may I ask you a question?
So you will understand what he is talking about, and you all can get some
Hey, officer.
understanding.
How you?
Good to see you.
Remember me?
Yeah.
What's up with Todd?
What's up with Todd?
I mean, Todd Eddington.
Todd Eddington? What do you mean, what's up?
Do you have any idea what's on his door over there?
We had to serve a search warrant on him today.
Oh, y'all did? I saw Brad McCampbell had signed it
He was served by the
today.
district judge.
It'll probably come up, but I mean, y'all probably don't think he is, but I hope you do think he is. He's got journalist protections because he's got it's a website a lot of people don't like, but there's a lot of people that do like, and under the First Amendment, they've already ruled that journalists, as long as they've got a story and one person that listens to it, and this was way back when they used to stand and start. They didn't have CNN back in 1776. But you probably ain't got nothing to do with that. But y'all probably just had to do what the judge told you to do. You're the interim chief.
Not right now.
Okay.
No, that was supposed to be on the agenda, but they didn't get it on there.
Have you been the chief interim? That was supposed to be on the agenda.
Yeah, there were things that the council requested be on the agenda. but they refused to put on there.
Okay. I just thought I'd check because I couldn't really tell. Did they arrest him? Okay. Are they trying to arrest him? Or is it warrant for him or for his house?
Can't really talk about it.
I read the warrant and it says a search warrant. Wasn't an arrest warrant. Okay. Thank you.
Why
you all do it together and come back and let us know?
Cause I'd like to.
Look, call Texas Municipal League and ask them, what is you all's legal rights to view a body cam footage? We don't have a police chief, so I'm not sure why there's a problem. It didn't, y'all love going into executive session about everything else. Do something that will
Actually, let
temper
us
the
go.
fires down in this town.
Well, unfortunately, I asked to view
Anybody come?
No,
Are you the acting chief? Kinda, or
I'm
how? Highest?
highest ranking officer here.
Why is this
I'm not
officer
active
got
chief
his
unless they
body
vote on
cam
it.
on?
Huh?
Why is this?
I just wanted to make sure that nothing illegal happened at this meeting. And
Well,
if it did happen, that
do
it
y'all
could be
turn them
captured.
on before something illegal happens, or like in a traffic stop, or like if
think
you
that
walk up
something
to
is-
somebody on the sidewalk? Turn them
If
on?
we have a suspicion that a crime may be committed, then
Do you have reasonable or articulable suspicion that a crime is gonna be committed?
I can't discuss that, but we
Well, you
have
have to.
investigations open.
You've got an open investigation about a crime happening here tonight?
Not here tonight. Well,
You talking about the past one? I just don't think he ought to have his body cam on. There's not anything going on. When there's no laws being broken.
if there's no law, we can release.
It's just like y'all calling in, people's tags and stuff for personal reasons. There's no law for reason to do it. Like you was checking out your ex-girlfriend's boyfriend.
There's laws in place that we're not allowed to do.
Aren't there some laws in place that you don't turn on your body cams until the laws have been broken? I'll check on that.
Texas is a one consent state. Anybody can.
I'm talking about a lawful police. I know Texas is one party state. Who was that that laughed when I walked away? You?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does. Funny boy.
I'm not, what?
You heard me.
We're not doing that.
You were parked at the PD all day. You were, why?
Claire, that's the only way it's gonna change.
To work out something on Todd?
I cannot guarantee you that you are safe.
Oh, I know that, nobody can. And
Right.
I feel sorry for that lady that they did make you, but if you're looking for perfection out of humanity, you ain't gonna get it.
I'm not looking for perfection.
I'm
looking
just
for
saying.
people who can follow the laws that they could
Okay,
stand
do
by.
we have that?
No.
So you're saying our officers aren't following the law?
No.
That's incorrect. See that? That's
He
incorrect.
got arrested for nothing. Is that okay?
Mayor, this man's had his hand up for a while back.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Kyle.
And I didn't have anything to do with anybody getting arrested. I will tell you this, Mike, I'm sorry that happened to you that night, but anyone here that's over 21 years of age knows the rules and regulations about law and law enforcement. All of us know someone has been arrested, or all of us may have been arrested. But when police officers, well, some people might, if you might know some, I know you have to know some.
I do now.
But when you have altercation, anytime a police officer has altercation, you're not supposed to interfere.
Interference is a physical thing.
Mike, you ran across the back of the room, ran up behind him when he's facing our direction and rammed him.
This ain't court.
I'm just standing there.
This ain't court.
You're not a judge or a jury.
I'm not, I'm just explaining, I don't want to be
Then
blamed.
don't tell him.
Well,
Okay, I have one question.
Give him the respect to say what he needs to say.
yeah, I need to say something else very, very important, very important. Can, please, will y'all let me say this? We would not be here, none of us would be here under this situation right now if we did not have an internet tycoon that's been posting all kinds of things for numerous years. Sir, hold on a second. This is very important. Sir, listen to me. When a police officer gets hired, and when we have officers that arrest people driving down the road on Highway 14 and Highway 80 that has mushrooms, fentanyl pills, marijuana, and they think they did a good job for the citizens. When you have someone posting on the internet that, wait a minute, I can't believe one of our police officers arrested someone for a pan full of pills, some mushrooms, and some marijuana. Well, you know what? Was that guy gonna take it himself? Did he just buy it? Or was he taking it around because he was gonna sell it? Well, listen, that's not a good thing to be publicizing and putting stuff on the internet about police officers saying, this is the topic of the story. The topic of the story is said, our police officer messed up this young man's life because he got 2 second-degree felonies for just having some drugs. Well, everyone, hold on a second, ma'am. Everybody says, everyone's condemning the police, and I'm not saying everything's perfect, but I will say this. We're doing a very good job, this town is doing a very good job for not having a lot of crime. And everybody says, we don't have no crime, no one's breaking the law, no one, we don't need to. That's the reason why we don't have crime is because everybody's afraid to come here to do crime. Every city in the state has crime. We have pretty low crime rate.
You had great vision.
I didn't know anything about the altercation until I watched it happen, ma'am.
You were the cause of it.
Eric, let me finish the rundown.
What was your personal reasons for that particular night of the council meeting for you to close out when we ended the council, and the first thing you did was pick up your cell phone and call our police chief not once but twice?
No,
So,
okay.
who
Ma'am,
did you please tell us?
Okay,
I mean,
I called him on the way home, and you can contact him and ask him. You know what I said? I said, hey, chief, we just finished our meeting, and I said, are you on the way back yet, or have you already made it home? He said, I'm still on the way back. And I said, well, I'm gonna be the first one to tell you, congratulations, how did your class go? Because he was gone that whole week, taking a police chief's class, because he wanted to get his credentials as fast as possible. That's what I said.
so that was the first call. What was the next?
Well, the first call, he got cut off, the second call, called him back.
Here's where my issues lie. I had a police chief stand up in our city council meeting and state that the Texas Rangers was investigating these things. Well, if the Texas Rangers are investigating, do they need the help of Hawkins PD, or is Hawkins PD doing this on their own? I would think if my police chief said that this case has been turned over, why are the residents of this town being stopped, asked, and questioned by my local police department? Somebody's not telling the truth. Okay, we have the phone records that have been brought up because they're public information. Anybody with a city phone, if you call it, your number's on it. If you go back to the night in question of the last city council members meeting, I have city council members who were back and forth on the phone with my police chief, not 5 minutes after this council adjourned. There's a problem with that. Not one call, not two, several. I have a problem with the fact my very police chief in which we hired, and hey, I was for him. I don't have nothing against it. I have a problem with the fact that the night of the incident, a man who was not here called a newspaper and gave a direct quote on circumstances he wasn't even privy to.
You know what say they could get there faster? They got to UT faster than they got to my sister's house. That's bullshit. Secondly, my kids do not trust any of these police officers. When they see one of these police officers, they are scared. That's not okay. I help at the school. You know what police officers I see there? Not them. Short of
McQueen.
Sean McQueen.
Yeah.
Yes. This new sheriff. But I don't see any of these Hawkins police there. I was even protect my kids. We drove through town during school zone to pick up our kids the other day. Guess who I seen running radar? Not one of them. Sean McQueen.
Yeah.
So what do we need them for? They can't get to a call fast enough for a child that's dying. They can't protect our children, and half of the children are scared of them, so what's the point of having them? Let's get rid of them, start fresh, and make this town a little bit better for our kids.
That's right.
Here tonight. I asked the officers, they didn't want to talk to me. They're investigating egg cartons and things like that, but they won't tell me what is going on. Because I was told that you are behind this. Is it because your phone number was posted publicly? Or is this because he was putting a headlock on one of your talks at the last meeting? That's what I want to know.
Ma'am.
It's my turn. So the issue here is we don't feel safe when we're put in headlocks and pushed around. My freedom matters just as much as your freedom. My brother, why does he deserve to go to jail? What has he done? But tell the truth. You don't have to like Todd. Like Sharon has said, I don't even like him half the time, but he's not a liar. He has a heart of gold. If you have a problem with him, it's because you're dirty, and you know it. And I would hope that y'all would stand with me on this. Like I said, Todd's been here forever. He doesn't deserve this. He's not allowed to file charges on the officer that assaulted him. Does that make sense? But they got a warrant for him right now. So if you'll stand with me right now, just to show them, that's what I mean. I'm just asking y'all to stand with me. We're sick of it. We're not None of us do. So, you think, just think about it. Just like Mike. What's to keep all of us from being done that way and arrested? Because we made somebody mad? I hope you're ashamed. I hope inside you're scared because you know you're wrong. And you have a choice. You can turn it around. You're behind the warrant.
No, I'm
or
not.
you're behind the
Ma'am,
warrant.
I am not behind the warrant.
What's he under arrest for? I'd like to ask an officer. You know, you ran up in his yard to investigate him over egg cartons and thought it was funny and harassed him. I'm sorry, I'm just upset. This is my brother's life. I would do it for you.
I understand. And I'm shocked.
He's bullied. It's at his door right now.
It's never
Judge McCampbell
gone.
signed it. Just so y'all know.
It's far, and I know that that's how most of us are feeling, is that we're in a little bit of disbelief that it's gone as far as it's gone.
Okay?
He's got a search warrant taped to his door.
Yes,
Todd
and
does
you're
over there
away-
right now if y'all
Dad,
wanna go over there.
Your number is public because you're on this council. You put
All right.
your number on the internet, but you're threatening him over your number being posted? I'm sorry.
Hang on, I know, believe me.
I'm done. But this guy coming and standing up on me like that a minute ago, you don't intimidate me. I don't know who you think you are. I don't know where you think.
And he's,
Hey, Paul,
Did you forget that?
Yeah, I said, get out here. Don't be hiding over there too much.
So you just admitted that you asked me to stand over here, right?
to come answer the questions.
I have been.
I ain't no lifelong Hawkins resident. I felt insulted when a person gets up and tells me that I don't count. And I'm gonna say this, all of this seems to be about a point of contention between Mr. Eddington and an officer. You are the chief officer, police officer. You're the chief executive officer of this town. You have a right to see that video. Now, the only reason that you wouldn't be able to release that video, and I don't care who it is because there's an ongoing investigation. After that, you can let everybody in this room see what happened, and that'll let the chips fall where they may.
I have to say what
Sharonda, I saw your hand up.
the city council will not, I want the city council to not dismantle the police department and to appoint an interim chief.
Have a seat.
I will.
Thank you.
Mayor, this young man's hand was up before.
Signed with a sworn statement for the affidavit of probable called against Mike.
Well, supposedly, there was over 10, no, ma'am, let me answer the question.
Who signed it?
I think that it was 8 or 10 people.
No.
Was your name in there?
Yes, because I was called in to tell him what I seen. And I
Okay,
told him the whole true story about exactly what I seen. It's
so
sad, but that's what.
they came and asked me the same questions, and I didn't have to sign anything because I had nothing to give. I didn't see anything.
All I did was answer the questions they asked.
Okay. So,
All
you
I
and
did-
I were sitting this close
Yeah, I
together.
know, and I understand.
And all I saw was Mr. Price's beautiful orange shirt.
And I was standing right next to him and I ain't been questioned yet.
Todd hasn't been questioned.
All I know.
that put his hands on officer. I was saying, because did you mention to the chief before this ever took place that night? You and the chief had numerous
I don't-
phone calls.
Well,
Yes.
okay,
You're,
Hey,
yes, ma'am.
That's all, folks.